Hey, everybody. Happy Thanksgiving weekend. It is Saturday, November 25th, and the Frosty Endurance training block starts on Monday. So, welcome. I am Coach Greg Wagoner. I will hopefully lead you along the way through this journey. If you're new to our training environment here at Team Wilpers, welcome. Lots of new people joining the Facebook group over the last week or so. So, welcome. Jump in and get situated. Let's jump right in. Let me tell you about the rides that are coming up for week one of the Frosty Endurance. It's a bunch of PZE rides, but if you don't know me, I like to switch the PZEs up a little bit, so they're not all quite the same. You'll see they're just a little bit different, and then we'll talk about why I'm doing that. So Monday they're all PZE rides this week. So Monday there's Zone 3 and Zone 2, and then you're gonna have to do some math here if you're not used to this, and I do provide timers, and you'll learn all this. So I like 83% of FTP for Zone 3 for Monday's ride, and actually for Monday, Wednesday, and Saturday we're going to go 83% of FTP for Zone 3 and 70% of FTP for Zone 2. Just gives a specific number rather than the zones floating around. We can really make these rides a lot different and differentiate from each other. So Wednesday and Sunday, we're going to do it a little bit differently and go 80% and 70%. So Wednesday and Sunday are a little bit less intense, and we'll use those as recovery rides. Monday, Thursday, Saturday, those intensities will creep up. As the weeks go on. So over the next 3 weeks, we'll go 85%, and then the following week, maybe 87% for the zone threes, keeping 70% at zone twos. Does that make sense? So a little bit of a structure to the days of the week and the weeks of the training blocks, so that the second week is progressive from the first, and so on. Does that make sense? So they're all PZE rides, but we're trying to differentiate them and use them a little bit differently. Okay, that's the rides, and please hit me up with questions if you have them when they arise. I know they will. I did try and put an informational sheet together that is in the welcome. So every time 15 people sign up, I believe Facebook group sends out a welcome to all the new people, and you are directed to informational sheet. A lot of information is there. I do briefings every week, usually on Thursday evenings at 6 p.m. Eastern time. So also we'll have more information there, and I'll answer questions along the way. I will also jump into the Facebook group along the way and do what I can. But also tons of participants are super helpful in that Facebook group, and usually somebody else will get to an answer before I even get to it, and all I have to do is check it off. So I appreciate all the people who are helping out there, and all of the communication that's going on. All right, the free plan is awesome. If you're doing the free plan, the core rides, you are in good shape. Great. I am recommending, though, if you are all access, to go for the cycling and strength plan, because we are in a base building foundational period, and that means the rides are not going to go up to zone 4, but we are going to work on zone 2, 3, and maybe close to sweet spot. But for this period in the season, which is, we're really starting season 2024 with this training block, focus on the strength. Get all the strength you can, get the other muscles that we use besides cycling muscles conditioned, so that we lower the chances of injuries and imbalances, and everything is bomb-proof when we ramp the intensity up next spring. I recommend to try the Team Wilpers strength. The coaches at Team Wilpers are awesome, thoughtful coaches, and have put together awesome complementary to cycling program, including exercises that are complementary to cycling. So a lot of thought has gone into those. The Peloton classes are also great. So either way, you can't go wrong. But if you haven't tried it, try the Team Wilpers cycling plan and see what you think. Okay, the goal with the strength over the next 4 weeks, 5 weeks, 6 weeks, the goal is to condition all other movements besides what we do to pedal a bike. I already said that, but think about it. We only move our legs like this when we ride a bike. There's a lot of other movements, side to side, rotating, pushing, pulling, rotating shoulders, a lot of things that don't get really worked on the bike. So a balanced program would include some good strength or yoga or other means to move you in other directions besides what cycling does. Okay. Okay, so that's the for all access people. If you are a runner or a rower, you can always pick and choose your own rows and runs and add those in on Thursdays and on Sundays instead of the easier bike rides. So the key rides are Monday, Wednesday, Saturday. The less intense rides Thursday and Sunday could be replaced with a run or with a row, and that's what those programs are. If you do choose those, that's what you'll get. Okay, so this week's topic. So in the Facebook group, I usually do a weekly topic, and this week's topic is goal setting. We're starting a training block, kind of looking ahead. These are bigger goals, and even getting towards the end of the year, New Year's resolutions, I guess a little early for that, but goal setting, event goals versus performance goals. Okay, I have a ton of people I've been talking to about next year. They are looking forward to gravel races, gravel events, gravel riding camps. So a lot of outdoor goals, fondos, Hincapi fondos, even straight up road bike races or mountain bike races. So people are getting ready, people are putting events on their calendars, and then you kind of shape your training around where those events fall. So think about it. If there's anything you have in mind, now is the time to start putting things on the calendar. Even if you can't sign up for it yet, put it on the calendar so that your training starts to take shape and you're thinking about it, and it's a well thought out plan afterwards. Anyway, so those are event goals. Performance goals, if you're indoors only, or even if you're not indoors only, if you ride outdoors, if you ride indoors, we have the FTP test, we have the power profile test, we have a zone 2 ride. Those of you who've been with me know I like a 75% half hour segment, get an average heart rate. You can compare that 6 weeks at a time, 8 weeks at a time. So that's a good performance goal. If you want to lower your heart rate, that is one thing you could do. But otherwise, you could do a indoor event also, holding a certain power number. A lot of different ways. Let's get creative and move beyond just looking at FTP as a marker for performance. There's a lot of other ways. FTP is great, but there's a lot of other things to look at. Okay, so really goal setting, I'm hoping that strength is included in the goal setting, and that you have some sort of plan to do the strength training. And we're looking as we start this 2024 season to get all of the injuries healed and get all of our joints feeling good and all of the supporting muscles keeping us really immune to overuse injuries and imbalance injuries. Hopefully that makes sense. All right, a little bit of technical stuff, how the plan works. Our website portal has the workouts, so you will get them. You get an email every week alerting you, usually on Thursday morning, that the next week's rides are available. And you can jump into the Team Wilpers portal and see what classes you are supposed to do. And with those classes, I provide a timer. So you can do the class just the way it is, pull up the class, do the ride, or you could follow my timers that are available, and they're a little bit different from the rides in some cases. After you do the ride, though, check the box next to it so that you get full credit, okay? This is our accountability tool, and turning a box green is maybe sometimes just helpful enough to get you to want to do the ride if maybe you're struggling that day. And also, in addition, we choose a couple people at random who have 100% completion every week, and we send them some swag, a hat, some bands, something to show appreciation, but also congratulations. So get in the consistency swag contest by checking the boxes, okay? We all communicate through the Facebook group, Team Wilper Cycling, and you'll find in there, so here are the different things. You'll find a daily post. So there is one thing that says, show us your graph put your graphs up there from your rides, okay? Get some kudos and show everybody what your struggles and what your wins are on a daily basis if you want to. I also post weekly topics, like I said. So this one is about goal setting, and you'll see that in the. I'll put that up today. I do athlete briefings, weekly athlete briefings. So a 15 to 20-minute talk, just like this one, on Thursday evenings at 6 p.m. And sometimes I do have to change, but for the most part, we'll be there. Join me live or watch it afterwards on a recording. My favorite part of the week is the athlete spotlight talk. So every week I find somebody to have a conversation with, and we record it and we talk about how that person got into cycling and what their goals are, their obstacles. We just see where that conversation goes. But I think that's been a pretty big success and a fun way, especially for me, and I think for you all, to get to know the individual members here in Team Loper Cycling. And I am just going down the top contributor list in the Facebook group. So jump in there and contribute. I think you'll see it's well worth it. So I've tried to cover everything that I could think of in a document that goes out with the welcome to the Facebook group. So check that out. But I'm here for questions. All of the other members are here for questions, and everybody seems to be super helpful. Here we go. Training block Frosty Endurance starts on Monday. And thank you, everybody, for joining. Looking forward to it. All right. See you.